Okay, so this is part 2 of our notes. We talked about continuity before. Okay, solving for k in our equation. So we've got our graph here. The part 2 part is dealing with what do we do or how do we graph these on our graphing calculator. Okay, so I took a couple screenshots here of what we have. How did I do that? Well, let's take a look. So here's what we have. Under y1, I have 1.5 x squared. That's going to be in parentheses, so that defines what your function is. And then in the other set, you've got x is less than 2. Now, to get that less than sign, you do a second math on your graphing calculators. Okay? When you go second math, then you get a little thing that says test or logic. We're going to do test because we want it to be less than 2. So all values less than 2. We're limiting our domain, so all values that are less than 2 is going to show up here in our first function, or our y1 function. Okay? So you just go ahead and type that in, and then under y2, you type in the other equation. Remember, we found what k was. Okay? It was 3x. And we want to do that when x is greater than or equal to 2. So again, we have our equation here, and then this defines what our domain is to get what we want to show up on the screen. So you should get this if you are in the dot mode. So press the mode button and go down and then over to dot. This is what we get. So does it look like it's continuous? Yes. Yes, it does. Now, if you are in connected mode, you're going to get this right here. Okay? Which is really not what we really want. Okay? We don't want that vertical line that we have right there. Okay, but that's how you graph on the graphing calculator these piecewise functions. You put the function in one set of parentheses and you put your domain in the other set of parentheses. And to get your inequality signs, that's second math, and then under test you go down and choose which one you want to choose. Okay? So equals, not equal to, greater than equal to, less than or equal to be able to go through and do that. Okay? So let's take a look here, and let's suppose I bring up my graphing calculator. Okay, go to y equals. So my cursor, I've got my first function there, 1.5x squared, and I want to do x, so there's my x button, and then I do second math, and I'm going to choose less than 2. So I got to go down, whoops, number 5 right there, press enter, and then type in 2, and close off my parenthesis. Okay, and then my next one is going to be 3x, and I want x to be greater than or equal to, second math, and I'm going to choose the greater than or equal to sign, which is number 4, and you could type in 4 if you wanted to, and put a 2 in my parenthesis like that. Okay, let's see what mode I'm in. I am in connected mode. Now if I press graph, okay, so you can see it took a little break here because it wasn't sure what it's going to do, so it didn't know anything, so it dropped down to 0. Okay, now if I change my mode to connected, or from connected to dot, and then press graph, let's see, did I do it? Nope, I didn't go down and press enter on dot. There we go. Now I'm going to hit graph. A little bit of a different one there. Okay, but you can see it looks like it fills it in. It's a little bit off because it looks like we missed a pixel there. That's a picture element, a pixel. But that's the way it graphs on a graphing calculator. Now, what if our equation, what if we just wanted to guess? What if we didn't find the value of k? Suppose, I'm going to guess and say it's 2. If I hit my graph, that doesn't look continuous. Okay, so we had to do the math on that to find out what it was to be able to graph it. Okay, so if you have homework problems and you've got some that deal with finding the graph of it, you can go ahead and type them in, and see what they look like. So you can actually look, this one would be discontinuous. We actually have a jump there, okay? Because that 2x should actually be what? To make it continuous, we did the math on it, and it had to be a 3x. Now the other one starts where the other one left off. Okay, and we are in connected mode here. Okay, so your homework for section 1.3b is 19 through 26. Let's see if I can put this on the homework. 1.3b, number 19 through 26, 29, and then 45 through 48, and a worksheet. Okay. And the worksheet will be handed out to you. It's kind of a review sheet on some algebra that you need to know to do the stuff that we're going to do in next chapter and at the end of this chapter. So, okay, good luck. Enjoy yourselves. Have fun on your homework.